So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Sun Mars conjunction in the sixth house. And what happens when you have Sun and Mars conjunct in the sixth house of your horoscope? And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching plans through nakshatras, ascendant through nakshatras, everything about nakshatras, including everything related to astrology already in one of my Vedic Astrology Simplified course. So let's not waste time and let's talk about this conjunction. So when you have this particular conjunction, okay, first of all, let's understand what is the sixth house. Well, sixth house represents health, illnesses, diseases. It's a house of prarabdha karma, unchangeable karma. It's also the house that represents debts, enemies, competition. It's the house of untimely things in life. It also represents mistresses in a person's life, or mistresses, not just mistresses. So that's the sixth house. And you've got Sun and Mars there. And one of the things that we know, one of the basic things we learn in the beginning when it comes to Vedic astrology, that malefic planets do very well in the sixth house because it is one of the Upachya houses. So malefic planets in the 3rd, 6th, 10th, and 11th house do extremely well because they're in their own element. Because who goes at war back in the days? 600 years ago, 1,000 years ago, who went to wars? It was the king and their soldier, and king stayed right in the back. Right? If you watch the movie Gladiator, you'll see the old guy couldn't even lift a sword, is sitting in the back, but they were supposed to be there. And so here you have the same situation. The soldier in general and the king sitting in the sixth house, and they're ready to fight. They're ready to go to battle. So what does that tell you with this individual? They are extremely competitive in their workspace. They're extremely competitive in their personal life. They want to face enemies. They want to face obstacles because they feel like do not feel alive unless I have won some battle, unless I have defeated something. I'm not really feeling, that comfort of being successful. But on the other hand, though, such individual does get powerful enemies. Such individual will also deal with constant fever. They will, especially whenever you see that Saturn comes over the sixth house. You definitely deal with fever. Person will also deal with cuts, burns, and bruises whenever Mars transits over this conjunction. But on the other hand, such people love to work in a space where they have to become the hero for the people. Meaning, you can have a soldier, fighter, marine, police officer, lawyer, especially civil rights lawyers, you will see with this. Because they want to fight for a cause for the people. A normal lawyer they mainly are about how much money they can charge you per hour. Because that's what they want to bill you, billing. But here, especially if this particular conjunction is happening in a fire sign, like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you will see that they want to fight for certain rights for the people. And especially, with the civil injustice currently happening in the world, it's a great example. To be honest with you, I can't think of anybody that I know over my head in terms of celebrity or something that have this conjunction, but I'm sure if we search enough, we'll find it. But on the bigger note, your father and your younger brother are your enemies from past life. And either you have to pay some karma to them or they have to pay some karma to you. For example, you may even love them. You may love your, brother and father. However, what will happen is Because you love them so much, you give your brother all your inheritance. You give your father and your brother your business. You leave your business to help your brother and father because they're struggling so much, and you left that great business because it was your duty. And now you're kind of struggling with them as well. So what happened? You paid your karma off from your past life by giving up something for them. And on the other hand, this can be arch enemies. Your brother will come after you for inheritance and do all kinds of legal battles against you. Ruin the relationship for life, to where both of you do not want to see each other even at each other's funeral. Father will support the brother more than you. Both father and brother may cheat you. And one of the things you will see with this is that a person, man, they will have fights, arguments, and debates with their mentors, counselors, and gurus. This person can, you got to be careful with this position. If you can really incur heavy karma if you were to ever insult a sadhu. Because in India, you will see them roaming around, begging for food, begging for this, and you never know. It could be a high master coming to test you and just to beg food. Some of them are so well disguised, you will never, like, they'll be really overweight and just dirty and, just nobody wants to be near them. But then suddenly they can shift themselves into the most beautiful being that they originally were. So if you have these positions, never ever insult a guru. Even if some sadhu comes to you, slaps you, says really nasty things to you, just remember back in the mind that they're probably saying this to help you pay your karma off. You don't know how these things work. Unless you are well read, unless you have been certain places, be careful. Because once you insult, you're going to have to come back and deal with that karma in a very heavy way. Because what this shows me is that in past life, you did insult a guru. You did insult some, wise men, via which you're going to have to incur a lot of debts. And also, such people become very aggressive with communication. They're very straightforward, and they're very direct with their communication, because 6th house is the karma of the 3rd house. 3rd house is communication. Its karma plays out in the 6th house. And you will see that this person gets into a lot of trouble because of their communication. They can create enemies in an instant. They can let go of lifelong friendships in an instant because of their communication. Now, one thing we do see that these are the people that can conquer family assets, family wealth. And they do tend to save a lot of money, attain quite a bit of accumulated wealth in their life. But one thing you will also see, they do not get along with their spouse's family at all. They don't. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of, Sun, Mars in the 6th house of your birth chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these videos, and hit the bell button so you get a notification of my pretty face every single time. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.